Hello guys, in this video let's discuss about hot partitions in Azure Cosmos DB. So we use Azure Cosmos DB for greater DB performance which traditional relational databases such as Microsoft SQL Server or Oracle cannot provide. But if we have hot partitions in Azure Cosmos DB container, then we may not achieve the best of these benefits from Azure Cosmos DB. And now let's discuss what hot partition is. So it occurs when data or items are not equally distributed across logical partitions. And let's try to understand with an example. So imagine we have this container, that is C request container, and it contains the information of requests submitted by the users of our organization, and we have selected partition key as created date. And if you see in the below diagram, that is it shows our container and it has three logical partitions. So logical partition 1, logical partition 2, and this is logical partition 3. So number of requests submitted on 10th of Feb 2024, they are 20. On 12th January 2024, there are 1200 requests submitted, and on 26th December 2023, there is only one record, that is only one request submitted. So it might be because this is holiday season. And now if we see, data is not equally distributed across logical partitions, and this second logical partition, that is which has this 1200 record, it is hot partition. And now let's discuss why hot partitions are bad. So throughput, that is the processing power of a container, is equally distributed across logical partitions. So for example, if a container has throughput of 300 RUs per second and it has three logical partitions, then each logical partition will get capacity of 100 RUs per second. So if we check this scenario, this logical partition, it has to handle only one record with 100 RUs per second capacity, but this second logical partition, see this one which has 1200 record, it has to handle 1200 records with the same throughput capacity, that is 100 RUs per second. So obviously data operations from this second logical partitions, they will be slow, and so a hot partition, it will have to handle more items or documents, and it will result in throttling. Now if we still end up having hot partitions, then what we can do? So there is no straightforward way to fix it. We need to create a new container with correct partition key, and we need to move data from old container to the new container, and for that we can use a tool. So if you see, this is a highlighted tool, that is Azure Cosmos DB Live Data Migration Tool. We can use this tool to migrate data from one container to another container.